In AD 2013, the children of Ednam and Spurtston primary schools worked together to record an audio guide to Kelso Abbey for other children. They listened to the sounds that can be heard at the Abbey today, imagined how sound might be used to tell the story of Abbey from its founding in the 12th century to its destruction. We hope you enjoy our sonic tour guide to Kelso Abbey.
Here are rustle of the keys, now that Abbey in its old age.
Rustle, rustle, blow the leaves, back in time you must believe.
As the drill goes dring and the traffic goes brim, visitors leave but come back soon.
Feet on the ground and the stones will clatter, as we walk they will all scatter.
While the birds go squawk, the visitors walk, the ghosts of the Abbey soon will talk. Building Kelso Abbey. The Abbey was originally established in Selkirk in 1113, however it was moved to Kelso in 1128 by David I of Scotland. Kelso Abbey soon grew to be one of the wealthiest and grandest abbeys in Scotland.
Kelso Abbey took 115 years to build. Many generations passed during the building of the Abbey.
The Abbey wealth came from the vast land and its churches, schools, farms and granges in Cheviot's Hills. Bricks from Selkirk Abbey would have been brought over by horse and cart to build Kelso Abbey.
They used mud to stick the bricks and tiles together. They made glass by using sand, flint and spar, then painted it to create stained glass windows. The life of a monk was one of very hard work and many hours of manual labour. A monk's day began with the ringing of the bells sometime between midnight and 2 a.m.
They got up at 2 a.m. to pray, and the first of up to 10 different prayer times was called matins.
The head of the abbey was called the abbot, and he believed that working hard led to goodness, so each member of the abbey was given jobs to provide for the needs of the abbey. Some of the jobs were washing and cooking, sowing and reaping, making beer, wine and meat, being a shepherd or a beekeeper or a gardener, as well as educating boys and novices. One of the main jobs in the abbey was to create books. Thanks to the monks, many of the great works of ancient literature were preserved through the Dark Ages and into the modern era. Books were written by hand and it was hard, slow work. The vegetable plot and herb garden were very important as they provided food for the monks as well as medicine for illness. The monks' main diet was vegetables. Meat was eaten rarely, usually only in winter or after illness. Monks drank beer, wine or mead, as these were much safer to drink than water, which was not clean. Abbeys were one of the first places to have their own brewery. Most monks only ate once a day and in silence. As a result, they developed a kind of sign language and are thought to be one of the first to do this. They kept a prayer beads called a rosary on their person at all times and used these to pray while working. Being a monk was a harsh and uncomfortable life. The three main vows a monk made were of poverty, chastity and obedience. When a monk entered the abbey, he gave up all his possessions and was given only a robe and a blanket. At the end of a hard-working day, the monks would assemble for evening prayer before going to bed at 8 o'clock.
They slept in dormitories or single bare cells with no heating and only their one blanket for warmth. Their bed was made of hard stone with only a thin layer of straw for comfort.
James III was crowned King of Scots at Kelso Abbey in August 1460.
James was born to James II of Scotland and Mary of Guelders, who ruled until her death in 1463.
James III was 8 years old when he became king on the death of his father and was crowned at Kelso Abbey.
James IV was also crowned at Kelso Abbey on the 24th of June 1488.
Kelso Abbey suffered badly in the Wars of Independence between Scotland and England. At the start of the 1300s, it was attacked again in 1523, 1544 and 1545.
During the last of the attacks, the English tried to destroy the abbey completely.
A small remaining group of monks continued at the site for a number of years. After further attacks and damage, the abbey was declared derelict in 1587.
Parts of the structure were restored to become the parish church from 1649 to 1771, but in 1805 most of the ruins were cleared away. Today you can see parts of the west tower and its transepts.
The clattering of the metal, the zooming of the cars, stomping footsteps, scraping on the gravel,
The tweeting of the birds,
and cawing of the crows, singing happily as the old wind blows.
This project has been brought to you by Matt Clements of Where's the One?
All the field recordings and sound effects were recorded by the children themselves. The Sonic Tour Guides project is a part of the Kelso Townscape Heritage Initiative. It has been funded by Historic Scotland, the Heritage Lottery Fund and the Scottish Borders Council.